Bro, I'm tired of people saying go all in and not actually telling you what that actually looks like. Okay, in this video, I'm going to share with you my personal story of how I went from 0 to 10K per month with my first online business at 19, and specifically how I did it by going all in and giving you a detailed example, like a case study. I'm not just going to be telling you go all in. I'm going to be using me as evidence, okay? Let's fast forward, or no, go back to I believe it was August 2022. Okay, I was about to enter my second year at UC Berkeley studying computer science, but I was like, screw this. I want to learn sales. I want to learn marketing. I want to learn the skills beyond just computer science that are needed to build a business, especially in 2022 at that time and now 2025. The same principles apply, right? So let me share with you what I did to go all in. Okay, number one, I took a gap semester. Now, I know a lot of you guys can't do that, but I'm telling you, bro, just extract the concepts from this video. Watch this video entirely. It could literally change the way you pursue business in the next couple of months and change your actual outcome and allow you to get to your goal so much faster. Okay, my number one goal was 10K per month. I took a gap semester. I cut off friends that didn't serve me. And I'm going to give you exact ways of how I did this and also the mistakes I made so you could do them better than me. Okay, I also stuck to a routine for 120 days in a row, and I'm going to share that routine. Again, I'm going to give you extreme detail in this video, and I'll give you some bonuses if you stick around to the end of the video. Okay, so number one, a gap semester. 2 days before the semester started, I literally filled in paperwork. I was at my apartment in college, about to start my second year, and I filled in the paperwork to take a gap to go all in on my business. I had clarity on one business model. A lot of you guys are trying to do, this product, this digital product with this YouTube channel, and you want this niche and you want to do self improvement. No, 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 bro. Pick one thing. I picked Facebook ads for med spas. You need to pick your thing. What is it? Is it, you know, uh, you know, I have one person that I've been talking to, which is, doing uh, threads for Christian businesses. That's so specific, and she's going to be successful with that because she has clarity on one specific thing. You need to find that for yourself. What do you do in a sub niche, a very specific sub niche? For me, it's I help young people in university build a 10K per month business through my unique mechanism. And if you want that, click the link below. I share with you the step-by-step system that I use to get the 10K per month. But back to my point, I took a gap, I went all in, okay, I filed the paperwork, and every single day I did 4 hours of deep work, but specifically cold email outreach. And that was specifically for my business, right? For my channel. You need to pick one channel for you that's related to your business. How are you going to acquire customers? Is it through cold email? Then stick to it and give yourself at least 90 days of consistency in that to get there. And there's specific tools you can use that I teach you with the link below that are going to allow you to accelerate progress with whatever channel you choose. Other examples are Instagram. Other examples are YouTube that I'm doing right now, long format YouTube. My recommendations are cold email, YouTube, because I've actually seen crazy results in them, and my clients and the people I've worked with have gotten crazy results with them. I was able to get to 10K per month in 6 months. And in fact, I closed $8,000 in 3 months. I got to 8K per month in 3 months, and I refined my product, made it better. And that's another lesson for you: is sell before you build. And what do I mean by that? You don't In 2025, bro, it's not you don't create a product first and spend all this time on software costs and developing and creating a product. Even if it's a course, you don't do that. You don't build it all first. You sell it first. And what does that mean? You do the outreach. You spend deep work on contacting your customers, getting in front of them and talking to them through YouTube videos like this, through cold emails, through calls, and you get to learn more about their perspectives, and you ask them simple questions like, how's your day going? What's going on in business? Where are you stuck right now? And you listen. You shut your mouth and you listen, and you let them explain the problems, and you think of ideas, or you see ideas that I give you in these videos or you've seen online for different business models, and you pitch them on how that's going to fix their issue. That's business, bro. You hear someone's problem, they have money, you tell them, I will fix your problem with this solution. You convince them and persuade them on that. That's sales, and then you fulfill it for them. That is every single business, bro. But in order to build that, you need to go all in. You can't have the bandwidth if you're on Instagram looking at Stacy's new tomfoolery post while going to class, while, hitting the gym. I'm not saying you don't hit the gym if you want to pursue business. I'm saying structure your day so it is so, focused, and you have the bandwidth to open your eyes and ears to listen to people's problems and solve them. That takes time, and that's why you need to pick one thing, go all in on it. You don't need to take a gap, but at least structure out your day. What I did is go on Google Calendar and literally plan out every single day, like two to 30 minute to 90-minute blocks. All right. For me, it was morning routine, and then I would go straight into an hour and a half deep work block on cold email, the highest leverage task in my business. For you, it might be creating YouTube video. For you, it might be sending out, posts on Instagram, doing reels, making one high converting reel every single day. You need to figure out for yourself, and if you need help with what to say in the cold email message or in the YouTube video, click the link below. There's a structure to it to grab people's interest and attention and convert it into a meeting, a sale, okay? And I show you how in the link below. But back on to point. I went all in. I did focus 4 hours of work every single day. I sold before I built by doing cold email outreach before trying to figure out Facebook advertising and figuring out the med spa niche. No, I just found a cold email that would convert to calls, and then I would sell on that. And in the beginning, I didn't close because I didn't know what I was doing, but I listened and I heard. And the next call, I showed up better. And you need to have this, you have a scarcity mindset that's like, oh, if I don't win on the first try, on the first call, I'm screwed. Everyone's gonna, I'm not gonna have another chance. Bro, there's so much abundance in this world. You don't understand how many people there are that need your help, that need your talents. You need to stop having this limiting belief that after one post, if it fails, I'm screwed. Bro, how would anyone be doing business to a high level if after one try they were screwed? That's not how it works. Okay? So a lot of this is not just upgrading your skills and sharing what I did, but also training you to think the right way, because your beliefs are going to impact your behavior, which impacts your results, and that goes back to what your beliefs are. Okay? Whew, that was a lot. We went over gap semester, we went over doing the highest leverage task with and time blocking it in your day. If you're at school, find a lunch break at your lunch break to send out email and plan it the night before, so you just have to execute the day. You don't have to worry about thinking. And everything else is noise, bro. I need you to think of this concept of signal and noise. I took a signal processing class last semester for my computer science degree. And there are situations where when I speak to a mic and it's very noisy, for example, this microphone, if there's a lot of background noise, the actual signal is my voice, but there might be like, the pool running, and then you have birds chirping and you have sprinklers going. It's masking the true input, which is my voice. You have the same thing with your business, bro. Your true input is the outreach, is producing, creating, and sharing it with someone or uploading it. Doing the outreach task, reaching out to people with, again, YouTube videos, cold emails. That's the thing, picking one thing and doing that. Everything else, I need you to see as noise, as the sprinklers, as the things that are muting my voice on to this microphone. That's the analogy. So the Iman Gadji videos, the shorts, the reels, the Alex Hermosi podcasts, all these things need to go after you do your deepest task. I'm not telling you don't read books, don't, listen to a podcast. I'm saying do those things in small amounts of times, and after you've done the biggest task. And you should have, if you cannot tell me, if I ask you, hey, whatever your name is, bro, I want to help you, okay? If I ask you, what is your one task you're going to do every day that's the highest leverage to acquire customers? If you cannot tell me that, you're not going to make it, bro. You're not going to make progress. So first figure that out. For me, it's uploading to uh 3 to 5 YouTube videos every single week. I'm actually aiming for one a day. That's actually valuable to you guys, because I know that's going to build trust. I'm going to be able to share what I've done, and that's going to allow me to help you with a systemized way. And again, if you want that, click the link below. You need to figure that for yourself. When I was doing med spa marketing, in the beginning, I didn't know how to do Facebook ads, but I sent out, again, I'm reiterating this so you understand, all I focused on was sending out cold emails every single day. And if you want the exact cold email I sent and it applies to every niche, click the link below. You're going to be booking calls in no time, bro. It took me 28 days to get my first sale. No, sorry, 29 days to get my first sale off that cold email once I found it. So, brother, I can't wait to see you win. I just showed you what going all in looks like. It looks like taking a gap semester. It looks like cutting off toxic friends. It looks like, planning the night before on the deep work task that's going to move the needle. Again, we talked about how that's outreach or reaching out to people, doing some sort of, one channel of acquiring people, getting views, customers, emails, calls. Figure that out for you. And then at that point, bro, now you do the Alex Hormozi advice of doing it 100 days in a row. If you want to know exactly my step-by-step system of how I hit 10K per month in 6 months, click the link below. I created something special for you, and I can't wait to see you win, my guy. Peace out.